Welcome back to the Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Today's program brought to you in part by the Boot Campaign. That's bootcampaign.org. Do want to mention my recent column over at HuffingtonPost.com on the super rich and why they, in fact, actually are very comfortable with high taxes. The reason why will surprise you. Just make your life simple. Put in super rich in a Google search engine, and you'll see my name pop up there in the top couple of articles if you do it today. And check it out, or go to Huffington Post, put in Kevin Price, and you'll see all of my columns there. That's HuffingtonPost.com. All right, going to go to my next guest, Alex Romanov, and he is with iSignMedia.com. And Alex, welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm fine, Kevin, and thank you for having me here.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and your company's story.
All right. I am the CEO of iSign Media. My background is Alpine Electronics. I was the CEO of Alpine Electronics, a car audio company, introduced it into North America. And prior to that, I was sales manager at Motorola for 6 years.
So you worked with some pretty big companies.
Yeah, and they did teach me a lot. So when you take that large education and put it into a startup, it's quite a dynamic, you might say, a very dynamic kind of energy that one can generate.
Right. You probably also get pretty cognizant rather quickly of your weaknesses.
Absolutely. I do everything.
Right. You went from being, in a massive corporation where you had to have massive, or huge amounts of expertise in specific areas to having to wear a lot of different hats that you've never had to wear before. So that's a pretty sobering concept.
Yeah, my wife used to call me a corporate prince. Now that I run a startup, I am the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Very good. Well, tell us a little bit about the company iSign. By the way, for the listener, that is exactly like it sounds. It's a letter I, signmedia.com. iSignmedia.com. Tell us about the company.
Yes, sir. We're we started in 2006, so we're 8 years old now. What we do is we have a software solution that when our hardware is mounted in proximity to digital signage or wherever it's placed, it will identify any mobile device that comes within proximity. It does not identify the person's email, the person's phone number or name. It identifies a 12-digit serial number on one of the mobile device's components. So it's fully private. It does not disclose any information, location, etc. It's free. It works within proximity, so it's very relevant. And it disperses video, coupons, messaging, etc. that can be acted on immediately. And that data is captured so that the retailer can find what is preferential data today, and tomorrow it becomes predictive data, which helps them to increase their profit and the service to the consumer.
Got it. And so that seems to be hyper-local. You're now going hyper-individual.
Well, we are hyper-local. We like to call it, and we are individual as well, we like to call it advertising to the masses individually. Because each person will get the message, but each person responds to it differently. They either accept it, they reject it, or they actually go and redeem it.
Yeah, interesting. And I'm not to put you on the spot. Does the consumer reaction train your program on what that consumer wants more of and a lot less of?
Yeah, it's very interesting. You can put out several items, rubber boots, fishing rods, or ice cream, and you will discover what the passerby is truly interested in at that moment. And it changes from day to day, hour to hour, and you gather this data, and if it's rubber boots, then you say, hey, tomorrow I'm going to push a lot of rubber boots because that's what they seem to want. And that's what makes it a very manageable merchandising tool.
How many employees does your organization have?
Not that many. We have eight employees. We farm out a lot of our work, and we are currently in the process of acquiring a POS company that has over 20 employees. And our plan is to integrate mobile messaging with instant capture of response in the cash register. So you would immediately know how many of those mobile messages are transacted into actual purchases and what is purchased. And that's unique.
Yeah,
and we have a patent, Kevin. It took us exactly 73 months to get our U.S. patent for what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ask, yeah, that's fantastic. I think, and I love that kind of innovation. That's a huge amount of cost and investment involved on your part to make that happen. So I'm assuming that you have a pretty broad range of type of businesses that you can work with.
Well, our biggest customer currently is one of the oldest signage purveyors called Kaiser. Kaiser Solutions. They supply digital signage, etc., to the McDonald's stores and to the other large enterprises in the QSR, the quick service restaurant channel. We have 3 agreements with Kaiser, and we have a product called a iSign Smart Player, which will identify mobile devices, send them a message, and also manage 2 digital signs, which could change the whole universe of drive-through kiosks very shortly.
Wow, that's fantastic. And that's obviously a massive company. What would be a small-sized company that what would be on the small end of the range of clients you have?
On the short side, we might have a couple of locations that are ATMs, and what they do is push out relevant ads that are in proximity for certain services. You can buy clothing, go for a mortgage, whatever, while you're getting cash out of an ATM machine, and it'll put messages into your mobile device.
Okay, and that's a mid-market size company.
I would say that SME, small mercantile enterprise.
Okay, so you really have a pretty wide range from small to enterprise.
Absolutely.
And your sweet spot, what would you say your sweet spot is?
Our sweet spot are currently gas stations, and we've had a tremendous response, particularly when they offer 10 cents a gallon discount. It goes over 30% response. People take that coupon. They have to show it to the cashier, so they go in there to get their 10 cents per gallon, which might be $2, $3, and they end up spending more. So it really is a convenience to the person going in for gas. It increases sales at the convenience store, and definitely the average station has reported up to 8,000 gallons of gas sold because of our device.
Ellis Romanov, he's with iSignMedia.com. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you very much, Kevin. It's been a pleasure.
You bet. When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, Steph's content here, it shows up over there at USDailyReview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.